Okay, hi. Welcome back. It's G-Man, My World 67. Well, I just wanted to do a quick update on that Unique Lines Tinder. Went ahead and I decided to go ahead and paint it. And so we masked it up. And painted those areas which were painted on the original Tinder. Load, or Tinder top, if you will. This tape is really sticking. There we go. And I thought I'd just share it with you. I was going to take it out and run it around. Try to run it around a little ways anyway around the layout this morning or this afternoon. But I went out there for a couple of hours. I've been out there for maybe 2 or 3 hours. And it was just really too hot out there. I started getting what I think to be heat exhaustion. And I decided to come on back in. Okay. Here we are. And now that's the completed Tinder. See, I painted this area back here. And painted this front part up here. Might touch it up just a little bit with some black, where a little paint managed to get under the tape onto the coal. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty good. Now the original Tinder was, as I said, those of you who have this Tinder or you've seen this Tinder, you know that the back was a metallic grayish, silverish kind of color. And so was the front. And so that's why I went ahead and did it, because I thought it would give it more of an original look, even though it's far from original. I think it turned out nice. Don't have to do anything to the coal, of course. Lionel did a great job with their coal load for that particular type Tinder. And there we have it. It's complete. And if I get back out later on this evening, I'll go ahead and hook that up and put it to the engine that it goes to, which is the 1950, which is the year that these came out and were made. And we'll run it, if we can, around the layout, or at least on a section of the layout, so that we can actually see it run. All right, I'm going to move this to the side, because that's not the main focus today. In this hour, anyway. The main focus is this box that came from my friend Gary at Trains in the Basement. And we're going to set this down. And get the old trusty blade out. And open it. Now, this box actually came Saturday. And I want to, again, thank Gary for working on this motor for me. He even did a couple of extra things that he saw would need to be done. And so he took care of those for me. Now, as I said originally, this motor had a great, big, huge E-unit on it. Let's get this box out of the way. And he did not go back with the original E-unit. Of course, he mounted a regular O-gauge E-unit to it. Got it working for me, which is great. And like I say, you guys have any trains or anything, and you know Gary from his channel, he'd like to hear from you. If you have any questions that maybe he can help you with, or you've got any questions about any of his videos, you can shoot him an email, and I'm sure Gary would be more than happy to try to help you with it. He does a lot of custom work. He's building tenders now and certain cars, I believe. And he'll be showing them to you as he builds them, as he already has some of them. And I understand periodically he does let one of those go. So if you see anything that Gary's got and you like it, I'm sure he'd be happy to build you one. This is through a trade Gary and I made. He needed a O-gauge 3/16 old tank car, and so I traded him this 3/16 old tank car for this Hornby flat car, log car is what it is. And it's pretty nice. He sent me pictures of it. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, I think I have at least one or two others of these, but they're not in this good a condition. I've got to go through and fix wheels on them, whatever. So thank you, Gary, for the trade. I appreciate it. That's going to really complement my, it's going to complement my trains. I can't tell whether that's poplar or ash, but doesn't matter. Looks good. Thank you. Okay, here we are, the unveiling of the 10E motor redone for me. Get it here. By Gary at Trains in the Basement. Look at that. Now, I know you say to yourself, well, it doesn't look much different than it did before you sent it to him. But no, it does. It looks a lot different than it did when I sent it to him. Number one, he put this E unit in. That's great. Now I don't have to manually reverse it. And I believe this is the extension he made so I can hook the lights up. Yeah, it's the added extension off of the E unit, looks like, so I can hook the lights up. Looks like a great job to me. Also, I think I had one wheel that kept coming loose. I think Gary found a way that we're going to try it and see if that doesn't take care of that loose wheel and keep it from coming off. It's kind of strange that one wheel that fit kind of funny on the axle, just a little large, and it is what it is. I couldn't get it tightened up too well. I actually thought it was tight, but then when we sent it to Gary, he noticed it and he found a way to fix it for me. I appreciate that. Now, as you know, the 10E is a Lionel engine. And I've got two standard gauge engines now. And one is this 10E Lionel, and the other is an American Flyer 4000. And I had the 10E first. You guys know I'm not really a Lionel guy. And I was wanting a 4000. Wally Werner, if you guys watch Wally's channel, you've seen his 4000s. I think he's got a couple of them. And he was running his 4000s, and I noticed them, and I said, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's exactly what I want. And so I started searching for one. And one day, Wally sent me a note that said, hey, G-Man, there's a 4000 that's really good price. And he said, you should try to see if you can get it. And so I did, and I did get it. And I think I did a video on it and showed it when I unboxed it. Trying to get my track. Now I had planned to run this also on the little layout pad that I had made for it. But we're not going to get that done till maybe later on this evening. Right now, I just want to get this out and test it a little bit and show you guys some more of friend Gary's handiwork. I do a lot of Lionel repair, but they're mostly minor and mostly motor swaps. When it's anything serious, I usually just trade it off, sell it, or see if I can get one of my other friends or one of our other train buddies to repair it for me. We don't have any train shops or repair stations or anything like that here where I live. We have no Hobby Lobbies, no Michaels. So there's not even a place to buy parts of any kind, HO or otherwise. See if I do this right. So, consequently, I have to order parts. Like most of us do. This motor is heavy, so yeah. I was thinking it had a side plate on it, but it's not there. I don't see it, and it's okay. Track's a little dirty, so let's see what we can come up with here. Don't have it right. It's trying to go, guys. It's the track. It's not the motor. Give me just a second. Let me clean this track. Okay, here we go. I want to go too fast. It's a short track. I don't want to run off the track. Anyway, just to show you, it's not a very good track setup, but just to show you that it does run. Gary did a really nice job on it. Again, I appreciate it. And there it is. So we're going to put this together later on today. And once I get it together, I'm going to take it out, and this evening probably. This is backup Monday. So this evening we're going to back up, put this together, and run it around the standard gauge track. Okay, I've taken up enough of your time for right now. You guys have a blessed day today. Be safe. And if you're having as much fun playing or running and operating and working on your trains as I am, then you should have happy rails. Bye now.